Hi folks, and welcome to this midweek reflection coming from DBC. One of my favourite Hebrew words is shalom, and you'll see it here on the bookshelf. It means peace, of course, but the root of the word goes to the whole idea of wholeness and harmony and integration. Wholeness, harmony, integration. 3 biblical texts. First is Isaiah 9:6, where we're told that the Messiah will be called the Prince of Peace, the Sar Shalom in Hebrew, the Prince of Peace. And for Christians, Jesus is the Prince of Peace. Fast forward to the Sermon on the Mount, where Jesus says this in Matthew 5:9. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called the children of God. And last but not least, John's Gospel, chapter 20, verse 21. Jesus encounters his disciples post-resurrection and says this to them: Peace be with you. As the Father sent me, I send you. If we put these 3 texts together, in summary, we are called as Christians to represent the Prince of Peace in this world, to promote shalom in our lives and in the world. Now that seems like a tall order. Where do we begin? Well, let's not think of the big issues like international wars and all the rest of it. Let's keep it simple. I love the quotation, to love the world for me is no chore. My problem is the guy next door. So let's think about our relationships, for example, in marriage, or within the family, or with neighbours, or in the workplace, or indeed within the church. Now, relationships are complicated because sometimes people can rub others up the wrong way by what they say or by what they do. And the action plan I'm going to give is to simply learn and cultivate a distinction between reacting to things and responding. Reacting is impulsive. Responding is reflective. So if someone says something to you or does something that causes you to have negative feelings, instead of reacting, have that pregnant pause, or should we call it a God pause, to allow us to breathe in a little bit of grace, and then we respond. In doing that, we might well not fuel the flames of a situation, but actually manage to change it and to actually divert it from what it could be. So many relationships are based on misunderstandings where people are just missing one another and misinterpreting what people say and what they do. So getting that distinction between reacting and responding is so important. And I think the methodology here is this. If you're in a situation, someone says something or does something, and you feel a negative vibe or impulse welling up, just clock that. Clock it, challenge it in the name of the Prince of Peace, and change it. The 3 C's. Clock it, challenge it, change it. If we did that more often, our relationships, I think, could be better. Whether it's in a marriage, whether it's in the family dynamic, whether it's with neighbours or in the workplace, or even in the church. Now, it sounds simple, but you and I know that it's more difficult than that. In fact, if you hear laughter at the moment, that's the angels who are listening into this talk thinking, Moffat, you're the biggest reactor to things. I am. But I am a work in progress. God's not finished with me yet. To represent the Prince of Peace, to promote shalom in our world, it begins with us where we are, and it begins with our relationships. So let's not react, let's respond. Respond with a bit of grace and a bit of wisdom. May the God of peace give you peace and empower you to work for his peace, his shalom in the world in which we live. Thank you for watching and listening. God be with you. Amen.